Hello folks, this is Jet, returning to you for day 6 on this world of... Oh, not Hello Deneb. Saijakh. We will try not to get killed by this guy right here. Very good. Yay, experience points! But I'm in need of food, as you can see, I'm running low. I should probably invest in some gardening material, which I suppose would mean investing in a means of transporting water. Oh, look at that. I see a giant stinger. Oh, so after the lovely amount of politics I threw at you yesterday, I thought today I owed you something a lot less... yeah, I saw you. A lot less political. So I thought, well, okay, I haven't really gotten into movies very deeply anyways, so I think I'll do that. But that makes me want to complain. Whoa. Complain just a little bit, because I had a most excruciating experience yesterday making a movie. Rather, making the first episode of the new season of Hello Deneb. It's coming out in 2 hours from the time of this recording. And I spent literally I had recorded content for a week prior, at least. Maybe it was 2 weeks. I've lost some track of time. It's possible it's been 2 weeks. And just because of life and all that, I hadn't had a chance to edit. And the thing was, because it was all 5 of us playing in tandem, it was a real mess in terms of my recordings for that first day. So it required so much editing, and that put me off. I didn't have enough time during the week to do it, but I had other obligations like this and XCOM to make good on. Ooh, nice sound. Oh, wait a minute, I gotta drop that. Right? Last time I got injured by that stuff. Can I... Okay, good. Can't afford to go without food. Oh, or nice big holes in the landscape. Here's another one. Well, I probably spent 13 hours yesterday working on the edit for the first episode. And I was really, towards the end of the day, I was sort of having like misty-eyed from happiness sort of thing going on, because my intro and exit sequences were just so fresh and new, and I really liked them. They're upbeat, and it just flowed really well. And then at the end, when I go to compile, to have it die every single time with an specifying an unknown error as its reason, I was not happy. I was most upset about that. So yeah. But it did get done after probably another 4 or 5 hours of work today. And now that it's done, and future episodes won't be quite so hard to edit, I'm yelling, aren't I? It'll be that much easier going forward. But still, that was something else. And at least it's done. But as far as movies, I kind of like movies. Isn't that shocking? I would never have guessed myself that I liked movies, but I really do. They're kind of nice. I grew up on 50s sci-fi, and of course, like the Fourth Doctor. I have a tendril on me? Crap. Oh well, I missed it. I should do better than this at some point. And I am perfectly willing to sacrifice for this at the moment. Do I have anything else to throw on there? I could put that on. And if I micromanage, I can put some of these on as well. What else can I do? Dacite? How about we... No, I can't bake any. I can bake some downstairs, but I'm not quite up to that at the moment. One thing I should do, though, is... extend this up through and make myself a watchtower up top. I suppose I can start that. Let's do this. I hate the times when I can't quite reach through. I suppose I could go down with a different color. I don't suppose I have enough of this to do that. Ooh. Look at that. This looks like it will allow us. Let me... Or I could just go down to the bottom so that the bottom is lit by sunlight once I've reached the roof. I could do that. Never mind. Okay, so... Yeah, I grew up on basically 50s sci-fi and 80s sci-fi, because that's when I was, first largely conscious of the world was in the 80s. So, things like Daryl, D-A-R-Y-L, or Explorers. But in terms of like 50s sci-fi, we're talking the original War of the Worlds. I don't know original, but War of the Worlds. Day of the Earth Stood Still. Forbidden Planet, which is probably one of my all-time favorite movies in the universe. Scorn upon ye who does not know of that movie. You must go watch it. It is available in black and white and colorized. But it's based loosely, I think, on Shakespeare's The Tempest. But I have not read The Tempest, so the associations are... All I know is that has been told to me by people who do know. Regardless, I think it's a fantastic movie. The writing is really good. Another one, the 1951 version of The Thing. What's going on back here? Is also quite good. And I missed my window. Of course I did. Oh well, let's do another window then. I'm not suffering too badly. I should make myself more of these. I did down there. Oh! Yeah, let's do that. Quick ride down. Maybe I should make a water elevator. That's kind of cheap, though. Come on. I don't want to spend my entire universe day in here. I don't need that. Oh, man. I need more chests. Oh, but... Having done that has robbed me of the opportunity to use that as the means of continuing the stairwell. I'll do a temporary one. Actually, that's not right. Once I get up there. It's probably going to fail, right? Yep, okay. Dang it! This just... Slabs are sometimes devilish to work with. Come on, we can do better than this. Oh, sorry guys, I'm off my game. Let's see, what other 80s movies? Explorers. Oh, Flight of the Navigator. Fantastic one. Fantastico. Yes. Flight of the Navigator. I mean, could you possibly disagree with me? And they don't all have to be science fiction. Like Goonies. Goonies. Absolute treasure. There's also the 70s Rankin and Bass cartoons. They probably extend actually beyond the 70s as well, but I'm talking the Rankin and Bass version of The Hobbit is still my preferred edition. I've seen just recently, or actually I saw when it came out, but then the extended version just last week of the new Hobbit, and I just don't like it. I'm sorry. I know it's supposed to be this treasured icon of fantasy and J.R.R. Tolkien stuff, and he's fine, but the movie upsets me. It really does. It's so goofy, and the version I grew up on was much. It wasn't goofless. It had humor moments, but it didn't rely. It wasn't slapstick, which is largely what this one comes off as for the most part to me, is slapstick, which is driving me nuts. It really expects people to be stupider than they are, at least as stupider than I think they are. The way it's very I don't know. I mean, my mom is far from stupid, but she really enjoys it. So it's not really that, but it's just, it rubs me the wrong way. It really does. But there are other Rankin and Bass cartoons that were good as well. Last Unicorn. I realize that sounds a little funny coming from a guy, but it was well written. And Flight of Dragons. Very good. I love that one as well. Someone, a friend of Cat's. A person named Cat was a friend of Catherine's. Recently quoted that movie, and I was excited about that. So I replied back, basically just adding my own quote, which she then replied with another quote. It was all good. This is all on Twitter, by the way. My Twitter address is posted on the channel and on my videos, so follow me if you must, or if you would like to, please. Oh, that's not going to work. Of course, this has to be as hard as possible, right? I mean, what else are we going to do? Here, it's already getting dark out. I've made so much progress. I need to make myself soon a clock so I can better gauge the time. What else? What else occurs to me? I grew up on things like Ray Harryhausen stuff, like what is it? Clash of the Titans, for example. Not my favorite thing in the universe, but it's pretty good. Most acceptably good. There are a few others, like going back to, again, sci-fi, or 50 sci-fi, the Ray Harryhausen Attack of the Flying Saucers, I think it was. That's a Harryhausen piece of work. When I say that, it's basically synonymous with claymation, not claymation, but like stop-motion videography and stuff. He did a lot of that, and so he was able to basically bring things to life in ways that were not otherwise feasible at the time. You know, there's no computer work available to be done on these things. So he did a pretty good job with all that stuff, and it's all quite classic. What is that thing up there? Some sort of giant fire ogre? Come on, let's have some kind of spawn control, you know? I mean, where these things are in places that make sense. Just having everything spawn everywhere is not... doesn't really work for me. Oh, it's two of them. I can't hit either one, so we'll just leave it. Yeah, so I like a lot of movies. I probably rent off iTunes a couple of movies a week. Oftentimes, most of them are kind of bad, but sometimes it's not even about watching the movie. It's about listening to having something to listen to, really. So there's that. Let me consume this apple. Wasn't that epic? That apple consumption? I thought it was epic. If you didn't think it was epic, there's something wrong with you. Well, I haven't accomplished much. Come morning, I'm going to have to work quickly to protect this, but I think once that's done, we will be in better straits. So how about I make good on calling it quits a little bit early so that my episodes renormalize, and bid you my thanks for coming by to watch, and hoping that you'll come by tomorrow. And by the time this is released, the first episode of the new season of Deneb will be live for a full day. Please go watch it. Whoa. What the heck was that? An explosion without... Holy cow, look at that. The rare turtling thumb slime of mission control. Vengeance Bulwark Blast Off. This sounds kind of horrible. I guess I'll deal with it tomorrow and see what happens. Good night.